He is currently having a conversation with the client. Just a minute.
Okay,
Want him to call you?
uh, 446-865. I forgot the number, but I'll call him.
Okay, all right.
All right, just give me
Your
thumbs up
number
when you're ready for me to call.
Okay.
is eight
I'll
six
give you like
five
about.
eight is 865-8001.
No, no, that's not it.
That's not your that's not the number out there.
Hold on.
I have no address. It's the paper sent. Or you think, yeah, I'm the only provider. My baby mama, so she look like
Four
this.
zero four 865-8166. That's the phone I use for attorneys.
But yeah, working towards a more perfect week. So
You got it. 404-865-8166.
what? At least of the
Mr. Ponder's ready for you. I don't see you in there.
walked off.
Yes, courtroom two.
Miss Ponder's ready for you. Also, do you know who it is that needs to speak with him?
Mr. Salmon.
Okay. Yeah, I believe Mr. Ponder's ready for you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And let's switch.
All right, good morning. We're ready to start.
Good morning, Judge Missy.
Hey, good morning.
Did you get your updated offers?
They have them on here. I'm assuming this is updated. I haven't received anything since then, so I believe I do. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll start our state all-purpose calendar for Thursday, August the 6th. Who do we have first, deputies?
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you?
Position number 6, Miss Brenda Carter.
Right. And this is going to be a plea, or what do we have?
Your Honor, this is gonna be a not guilty waiver and bond argument.
All right. This is 26 CR 004936D. Brenda Carter, charged with 1 count of terroristic threats and acts and simple assault. Okay,
Yes, I'm trying to pull that up, Your Honor.
Your Honor, since the recording just started, I'm not sure if we want to read back out the case number since that wasn't on the recording.
thank you. You're right. 26 CR 004936D. Brenda Carter, charged with 1 count of terroristic threats and acts and a 2nd count of simple assault. I understand this is a waiver and a bond hearing.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor, the bond is currently appears to be set as for the terroristic threats, it's $1,000 surety, and for the simple assault, it's a $500 surety bond in this case. I know that we had asked for a higher bond in this particular case, but because it was a case in which we were attempting to determine whether or not we would treat it as a felony. And the state decided that we would leave the case here and prosecute it at this juncture. So on July the 23rd of 2026, officers went to 2906 River Ridge Drive, which is located in Atlanta. They made contact with Keisha Nash. She reported that her neighbor had walked down from her house that was located 2 houses away, stood in the middle of the street, and brandished a knife while making gesturing motions indicating how she would stab someone. As if she was going to stab someone. Miss Nash mentioned that there was a video of the incident and provided it to the officers on the scene. She expressed that she wished to press charges against the neighbor. The officers were able to make contact with Brenda Carter, who was waiting on her lawn for the officers. She explained that Miss Nash had been walking her dog, had entered onto the Carter's property to relieve itself. According to Miss Carter, she confronted Miss Nash about this, and Miss Nash threatened her by saying she had something for her. Miss Carter further stated that she then walked down to Miss Nash's house, but returned to her property fearing Miss Nash would come out and harm her. They did have an opportunity to look at the video in which initially they placed Miss Nash in handcuffs, but there, you looked at the video and saw that Miss Carter was in the middle of the street yelling at her neighbor and reached into her shirt and pulled out what appeared to be a knife and was swinging it in the air in a stabbing motion. So we charged it as it is. I can't remember what our bond recommendation, but I'm sure it certainly wasn't for a $1,500 surety bond in this case, because I still think that it's an egregious act. And we would ask that the court not reduce the bond in any manner. Ms. Nash, in fact, is present, who's the victim in this case, and if the court will hear from her as well.
All right, Ms. Nash, do you wish to make a brief statement or answer a few questions for the court?
Yes, I would.
All right, raise your right hand. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Absolutely. Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you. You can put your hand down. This is not a trial. This is a bond hearing. So I'm not going to go into great detail of the facts or the allegations.
Okay.
First question I have for you is, are you in fear of Brenda Carter?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you want to have any further contact with Brenda Carter?
No, ma'am.
And I understand that you all live a few houses apart.
Yes, ma'am.
How many houses approximately? 2, 3, 4?
Okay. She says on the other side of the street, 2 houses up, but I.
All
Yes,
right,
ma'am.
because we want to make sure that you're going to be safe as well.
And I do, if once you ask me the questions, if you allow me to just make a few statements, then it's just some
Very
things.
short. Very
Okay.
short. Couple of
Yes.
sentences. What do you need to say?
Okay, this is something that she does. She's on probation for the neighbor next door. She pulled a gun on the neighbor from her 2 years ago, so she's very dangerous. And I'm just concerned because this is continuing to happen. So I just want you to know that this is all in the Fulton County record. She's been arrested for 2 other neighbors, and it's unprovoked. I don't even walk up that way because of her. So that statement that she made about my dog relieving herself is not true. I didn't even leave my yard that day. I never walk my dog up the street because the neighbors do everything they can to avoid her. So that was not true. This total, every time she attacks someone is unprovoked. And that's all I want to let you know. My mom has been over here 50 years. She's been over here about 25. We never even said hello to each other. All of her attacks are unprovoked.
Okay. Thank you.
And Judge, you didn't hear from pretrial as well as to her prior history, but
Yes, pretrial. Does pretrial want to give it, or do you want to give it to me?
well, I have it. I have her arrest history here. I have for convictions, I have the she has driving in 2004, driving under the influence of alcohol. She has in 2011, she has possession of a knife or firearm during the commission of a felony and criminal use of an article altered, marked, and an aggravated assault, 2 counts, and those were under first offender, discharged as a matter of law in 2017. She does have another conviction for possession of a firearm by a convicted felon that was from 2024. And she doesn't have anything other than this after that.
All right. Thank you. All right. PD Judd.
Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Carter is 68 years old. She has lived in Georgia her entire life. She is Atlanta through and through. She's a Grady baby. She is a graduate of S.H. Archer High from Atlanta, which is no longer in existence, but it's a fairly well-known high school. She owns her own home at 2923 River Ridge Drive. She has lived there for 26 years. She's retired from Nabisco. She's on a fixed income. She's been retired for 16 years. She does have family in Georgia. In fact, her only family lives here in Georgia. She does maintain that while she did have a knife, that it was never shown, that it remained in her clothing. I would also like to point out that 2004, 2011, I mean, that's much older than 10 years. That doesn't seem relevant. 2017, that's first offender. First offender is not supposed to be used against a person, so it's ridiculous it's even brought up. And as far as any incident that pertains to other neighbors, if Miss Nash was not there, then that is purely hearsay. And I understand hearsay is not allowed in the, or sorry, I understand hearsay is allowed in these proceedings. However, I do want to point it out for what it is. Your Honor, Ms. Carter is on a fixed income. She is not able to make her bond. We are asking that she be considered for a signature bond today.
Well, what did he say? This is the 2024 conviction. She has a 2024 conviction. Is that correct, Ms. Evans Battle? Do we need to get
Yes, she does. She does. And I was going to pull up the case number because I was going to try to see if she's still on probation for it. I'm not sure. Maybe pretrial knows whether or not she's still on probation for it. It is
pre-trial? Are you here?
I'm here. I can search about probation. I don't know offhand if she's still on probation.
I wasn't asking about probation.
it's
24 conviction.
24 SC 005800. I can barely see the last number. I think it's the 0. Let's see. Just list it.
Give me 1 second. I can pull it up for you.
Yes, it's
Okay.
000. Yeah, 24 SC 005800.
Your Honor, sorry for the interruption. Ms. Nash, please stay out of the chat. The chat is for court personnel only. When the judge asks you to speak, then you're allowed to say whatever it is that you want to say. Thank you.
Judge, did you need any more information about the 2024 case?
No, I was just saying that that's what you
And-
had as well.
Oh, yes. And it also included, now that I'm looking at Odyssey, it also included an aggravated assault. Aggravated assault, possession of a firearm or a knife during the commission of a felony, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. And the disposition date was March 10th, 2025.
Thank you.
Welcome.
All right, thank you.
Welcome.
All right, and the state's understands recommendation, they wanted to raise the bond because of the circumstances. But right now, the bond is preset at 1,000 surety and 500 on the simple assault. So $1,500 surety. Is that correct?
It is currently, Judge. We were not asking, I don't think we can necessarily ask to raise the bond. We asked for a higher bond initially, and the court said, it was Judge Law, and she set the bond at the $1,500 surety. And so we're asking that it remain the same.
All right. All right, I will leave the bond the same, $1,500 surety bond, 1,000, and then 500 on the second charge. Also, the conditions, I assume, remain the same, meaning no further contact with the victim, Keisha Nash. She is to be 200 yards or 2 football fields away from her. I don't know if they live that far apart, but they certainly need to. Miss Carter needs to stay that far apart. Don't even go down to that end of the street. She's to have no contact through third party or any other means, social media or texting or anything else like that. She's to have no weapons, guns, knives, illegal drugs, or anything while on bond. And so that's all I can order at this time.
Yes, Your Honor. We do believe Ms. Carter is likely not going to be able to get out on bond until her trial.
All right, thank you. All right, Ms. Nash, keep in touch with the victim witness advocates at the solicitor's office, all right?
Okay,
All right.
thank you. And sorry about the chat.
That's
Sorry.
okay. No worries. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, let's get number 3, Mr. Brown. Antonio Brown.
This is 26 CR 004856J. Antonio Brown, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. What do we have today? Is it still a plea?
It is, Judge.
You looking at the
Okay,
Yes, Your Honor. It's 12 months, served 30 days, credit for time served, balance suspended, comply with any MARTA suspensions that are already in place, stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
So
All right.
stipulated, Judge. That's our understanding.
thank you. All right, Mr. Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
understand that you wish to plead guilty today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to swear you in first and then ask you a series of questions. Make sure you understand your plea. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can put your hand down. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have any immigration issues, that they could be affected by your guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
So as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea. And again, you understand your conditions and to comply with your MARTA suspension. Stay away from MARTA.
Ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next is position 49, Miss Tosso.
All right.
Yeah, it's so.
This is 26 CR 004920A. Mr. Is it Tossaw? Charged with 1 count of criminal trespass.
It's Ms. Tasa at ACDC, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
It's Ms. Tasa at ACDC.
Oh, ACDC. I'm sorry. Miss. Okay, is this going to be a plea?
It will be, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Your Honor. 12 months, serve 18 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Stay away from the Citgo gas station located at 2239 Cheshire Bridge Road. Complete and BHET. Stipulate to venue identity and a factual basis for the plea.
We do so stipulate for the purposes of the plea. That is our understanding of the plea negotiation. We have her time served as 15 days as of today.
Right. All right, and Ms. Tossall, I understand that you wish to plead guilty today. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
You did? All right, I'm going to swear you in first, and then I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Make sure you understand your plea, okay? Raise your right hand for me.
Speak loud.
Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, thank you. And do speak a little louder, I can tell you, so that we can get your responses recorded, okay?
Okay.
All right, put your hand down for me. All right, first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And you are prepared and agree to waive these rights today, is that correct?
Yes.
And has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
Yes. No, Judge.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked because of your guilty plea here today?
Yes, Judge.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, Judge.
So as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty. Judge.
All right, good. I'll accept your guilty plea and you understand your conditions. The biggest one is to stay away from the Sitco on Cheshire Bridge.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
All right, go on number one, Mr. Austin.
This is 26 CR 004929F. Mr. Austin, charged with one count of criminal trespass. Is this a plea?
It is, Judge.
Okay.
Your
Stay-
Honor, 12 months, served 60 days, credit for time served, balance suspended, comply with all MARTA suspensions, stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
We do stipulate for the purposes of the plea, Judge, and just ask you to accept the plea as negotiated.
All right. Mr. Austin,
Uh,
I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. Raise your right hand for me. I'm going to swear you in. Make sure you understand your plea. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
No.
All right. Put your hand down for me. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No.
And are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
No.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay, you speak up a little louder. Are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Sorry, what you say?
Are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
Okay, and has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status, that those things could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, I do.
So as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I accept your guilty plea and you understand your conditions. Main one being to stay away from MARTA. You're suspended. All right?
Yes.
All right,
Thank you, Judge.
thank you. All right.
All right, go to 17 through 19, Mr. Gomes.
Gomez. No, I think he went over thing. Gomez.
It's going to be a global plea. Gonna be a plea to all of these 17 through 19 PD White.
That's correct, Judge. We do have
Okay, let
one.
me go ahead.
We can wait till we get to it. There's just one request as regard to probation, but
Okay. All right. Position 17, 25 CR 006631C, Maxwell Gomez, charged with the DUI, and failure to maintain lane and speeding. Position 18, 26 CR 004080C. He is charged with criminal trespass and willful obstruction. And then position 19 is the FTA ending in 1138. All right.
Yes,
State.
yes, Your Honor. In the first case, that's to count 12 months, served 24 hours, balance probated, complete an ADET, complete the risk reduction program, a fine in the amount of $300 and 40 hours of community service. We ask that his driving be limited unless he's property licensed and insured, and no alcohol or drugs, and that he be subject to random drug screens while on probation. As to count 2, the state would move to null pros that case. And as to count 3, 12 months probation, a fine in the amount of $300, one victim impact program, and that this would run consecutive. This case runs consecutive to the 25 CR 006631C. And in that particular case, the recommendation is to count 1. We would null pros that charge, criminal trespass. As to count 2, it would be 12 months probation, serve 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, a fine in the amount of $300 or 30 hours of community service. Stay away from the 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast Atlanta address. And the state would move to null pros position number 19. So that would be a global offer of 24 months, served 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete the ADET, the risk reduction program, and 1 VIP. Fines totaling $950, community service hours, 40 hours, and of course, the stipulation regarding the driving while unless insured, and no alcohol or drugs subject to random drug screens, and stay away from the 1355 Peachtree Street Northeast Atlanta location. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. Thank you.
Judge, we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea. We do have a couple of requests. First of all, this is his first ever DUI as far as I'm aware. We ask for a certificate of first conviction for that. Additionally, I'm not sure why we're running these consecutive. It's first DUI and the other charges of obstruction. We would ask for just 12 months of probation, or at least in the alternative, that if he gets everything completed in the first year, that his probation terminate. We're also asking for a waiver of 3 months of fees. He does have significant fines, probation, significant fines, community service, and classes that he needs to take. Other than that, Judge, we just ask you to accept the plea as negotiated.
Can you
All right.
clarify if it's going to be 30 hours of community service or $300 fine on the second case?
That'll be an additional 30 hours of community service. And I'm sorry, Judge, and I also forgot, he has been in jail 49 days at this point.
State, I don't have, or you can tell me, I don't know what his criminal history is, as to the 24 months of probation or not.
Yes, I was just going to look that up. So it appears that this is actually not a negotiated plea. So if you'll give me a moment.
And which position is this?
Position 17 through 19, Gomez.
So I have he has 7 cycles. He has a theft by taking and false report of a crime from 2023 out of Cobb County. He has the DUI. That's this case, I believe, because it's the 2020. No, that's a prior. That is this case. Then he has a that suspended license with no pros. Then he has a driving on suspended, revoked license that he pled guilty to in December of 2025, and knowingly operating a motor vehicle on a suspended, revoked registration. He currently appears to have an open aggravated assault case from 2025. He has 2 failure to appears, then, which is probably related to, one is a felony and one is for this case. And then he has these cases. So that's why the recommendation is as it is.
Phoebe White.
Again, Judge, first ever DUI. The other charge is an obstruction, in which he's been in jail 49 days on these charges. So normally, first DUI is at 24 hours, and we all know obstruction. So based on the amount of time that he's already been in jail, I'm just not sure that a second year of probation is necessary. Only 7 cycles. 2 of those were FTAs, which he's now in jail for. So.
Right. I would have him to just do the 12 months probation state. And then the other conditions as stated. And then on the first case, I believe as my litigation manager asked, it's 40 hours of community service. And then on the second matter, position 18 ending in 4080C, is that an additional 30 hours? Would be a total of 70 with both cases?
That's correct, Judge.
And I see that as being fair. And then that's what I would order. I would accept as a non-negotiated plea then.
Thank
We're
you,
going
Judge. We're
forward.
prepared to go forward, yes.
Okay. And I can only waive 1 month of probation fees. I can do that. All right. Mr. Gomez, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge,
Right.
if I may, just before you do that, correct the history. This is a 2024 DUI, but there is, I just want to make sure that I'm looking at this as a 2025 DUI that's open. I understand still his argument that this is the first conviction, but I just wanted to make sure that I was.
Do you have anything pre-trial?
Can I make a statement? Your Honor?
Yes, I show a total of 5 cycles, a 2025 conviction for driving while license suspended or revoked, and only driving motor vehicle on suspended, canceled, or revoked registration. And then a 2023 theft by taking and false report of a crime conviction, and nothing further.
So you don't show 2 DUIs, or do you show 1?
I show 1 DUI from 2025. And I thought that Ms. Evans Battle said that was this case.
Well, I thought it was also, but
It
then
is. it is, the case happened in December
I
of
see it,
24.
I
You guys
do. I see it
didn't-
now. I see it now.
Okay. All
So I was just wanted to make sure.
All right. Mr. Gomez, raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Your Honor.
Can't hear you.
Yes.
All right, you got to speak very loud so we can hear your answers and get them recorded, all right? You can't shake your head. You have to say yes or no. Okay, put your hand down for me. First question I'm going to ask you in these series of questions is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Okay. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
Yes. Oh, well,
No. They've not told you that
No.
just to plead guilty, you would get a lesser sentence. Is that correct?
unless may you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
Has anyone told you that just to plead guilty, you would get a lesser sentence?
Yes. Correct. Sorry.
No, I don't think they have.
Wait.
I'm not talking about the plea deal on the table. That's
Yeah,
not-
we're not-
This is saying if you plead guilty, I'll let you out of here.
Okay.
Is anyone doing that?
No.
all right. And has
Thank you,
anyone,
Mr. Judge.
thank you. And has anyone promised you anything just to plead guilty?
No.
Okay. And so do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case, that those things could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea to these cases freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes.
All right. And so as to the first case, DUI under the influence of alcohol will give you a certificate of first conviction. How do you plead?
Guilty.
Failure to maintain lane or improper lane change. How do you plead?
Guilty.
That one's no process, Judge.
Oh, I'm sorry. Scratch that. That's right. That's no pros. It's the speeding. And how do you plead to the speeding charge?
Guilty.
And then as to the criminal trespass, how do you plead? No pros, you plead to other charge. I don't ask you that one. The willful obstruction. How do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. And the other charges are no pros. I apologize for that. All right. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Uh-huh. Thank you.
All right, next we got 46, Mr. Spencer.
Never mind.
Oh, Your Honor.
Good morning. This is 26 CR 004949E, Dominique Spitzer. Is this going to be a plea?
Yes, Your Honor. This is not guilty plea. I'm sorry. Yeah, this is a plea.
Yes, Your Honor.
All
In
right.
this particular case, we're asking for a 12 months serve, 60 days credit for time served, balance probated, complete 80 hours of community service in an anti-theft court course. We are asking that restitution be open for 30 days. in this so that we can verify whether or not there's restitution in the case. And stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
All right, and counsel or PD, set your understanding, and do you so stipulate?
Yes, Your Honor, so stipulated for the purpose of the plea, and that is my understanding of the plea, of the offer.
Okay. All right, and Mr. Spencer, I understand that you wish to plead guilty, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Make sure you understand your plea, all right? First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time? I'm sorry?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by a judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, Your Honor.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, Your Honor.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case that could be affected by the guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And as to the charge of theft by receiving stolen property, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Guilty. All right. I would accept your guilty plea and you understand your conditions, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. All right. Thank you, PD Ponder.
Your Honor, next we have position 46, Miss Sharika Price.
Okay, that couldn't be 46. This was
I'm
46.
sorry.
Let me see.
Judge, ASG Battles, for this restitution, can you please send me the information of who the restitution supposed to go to and the information for probation, so when y'all come to a conclusion of after the 30 days, we all know who it goes to? I don't know if you heard me or not. You heard me?
I did, yes.
Okay, I just need the name of the person and the address, the contact information for probation.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And what's the last name again? I'm sorry, Debbie.
Price.
Oh,
Sharika,
Price.
and she's going pro se.
Okay. That's going to be, looks like position 40.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Price, this is case number 26 CR 004908D is in dog. Your name is Sharika Denise Price. You charge at 1 count of theft by shoplifting. And I understand that you wish to represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And you understand there could be consequences to that.
Yes.
That you would have to understand the laws in representing yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
And you still want to go forward? I can't hear you. You got to speak up.
Yes.
Okay. All right. State, what do we have?
Repeat your question, Your Honor.
I'm waiting on the state.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Since she is going pro se, I will still make the same recommendation, but I think the court would have to have more information. We have a recommendation. Our recommendation is for 12 months, probation, serve 60 days, credit for time served, complete an anti-theft course, complete 120 hours of community service, a fine in the amount of $500, and stay away from all Kroger locations. So I'm trying to pull up, that's.
Ms. Price, do you believe you'll be able to complete those conditions? That's a lot, 120 hours of community service and a $500 fine.
100 and, could you repeat that?
120 hours of community service and a $500 fine would be due while you're on probation. Stay away from all the Krogers. The anti-theft class has to be taken as well. You aware of all that? Has someone told you about this offer?
Yeah, but he didn't say anything about the anti class. He didn't say nothing about the class. Somebody told me about the offer.
That's a part of the offer from the state. It's an anti-theft class.
Do I still
Are you agreeing to these terms to accept the plea or not?
Could you explain it to me again, please?
I'm sorry.
Could you explain it again to me?
I am the judge, so I'm not your attorney. And that's what I was stating. When you choose to represent yourself, you don't have anyone to discuss it with or talk to. So you may want to rethink that in representing yourself, because I can answer basic questions, but I'm not going to kind of talk you into this plea by explaining it to you. I have read what the conditions are. And if you don't understand them, I'm not going to accept your plea or take the plea, because I don't believe you understand. And I'm going to ask you to either get a private attorney or see if you can qualify for the services of a public defender. I don't know if a conflict defender is needed here, but I'm not comfortable with you asking me these questions that it sounds like you don't understand your plea. All right, so it is 12 months.
Serve 60 days, credit for time served, and complete an anti-theft course, 120 hours of community service, and a fine in the amount of $500, and stay away from all Kroger locations.
Now, can you do that? Do you understand that?
I understand. I can do that.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Hello?
Who's speaking?
Hello?
That's Mr. White.
Oh,
This is
Yes.
Let me,
all right. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea and that it's free and voluntary. All right.
Yes.
All right. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would hinder your understanding?
No.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving your right to the presumption of innocence?
No.
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving your right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving your right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence just for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case, that could be affected by your guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yeah.
So as to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead? I'm sorry? As to the charge of theft by shoplifting, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Okay, but you have to say that on the record to make sure that you understand what you're doing, okay?
Okay.
Are you pleading guilty to the charge of theft by shoplifting? Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, thank you.
We need to hold up, back up. I'm sorry, Judge. Who's doing the paperwork?
Hmm.
How many
Good
her plea
question.
paperwork? Somebody assist me.
Deputy, you, somebody gonna help her with the plea paperwork?
I'm gonna get the plea paperwork so she's representing herself. Or somebody gonna step in and assist. Cause I ain't doing it.
Yeah, we can't.
Just send it to my email, please. I'll print it off and I'll get a lieutenant to scan it to you, Miss Lewis.
All right, thank you.
Miss Young, can you assist me in that? Can you get it to her? Cause I'm on the calendar. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I don't know if she heard me. Miss Young?
I heard you. What did she need a plea form?
Yeah, can you send it to Deputy Milton, the plea paperwork for she can complete it and send it back to me? Or she can, I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, next we have position number 32, Mr. McCray.
So I can't go to court today.
All right.
And, I don't know, Mr. Edmonds Battle, I don't know if we wanted to speak on this.
So yeah, but I had more charge on my thing. What do
You need to speak to her?
I believe so.
Yes, I need to speak with him on McCray. I'm just really trying to see what kind of services that could be offered. So I would want to talk with him about it.
Judge, I'd be available on 43 when you reach
Okay.
me. I'm due in Judge Dixon soon.
Okay.
So if we could actually put Mr. McCray's case last or closer to last anyway.
Mr. Murphy may not be here. Are you gonna come back or you think?
Mr. McCray is represented by Mr. Ponder.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. What are your cases, Mr. Murphy?
I position 43, Santana, that's gonna be a plea.
Deputy, can we do Santana?
He's at, ACD.
Yes, he should be right there, I think.
He's at the ACDC. Okay.
That should be him right there. Judge, and as a housekeeping matter, I did discuss it with him today, and he's authorized me to sign off an initial on the plea paperwork.
Okay. All right, this is 26 CR 003486Y. Mr. Santana, RC. Charge of 1 count of loiter and prowling.
Yes, it's 12 months, served 90 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete an MHET. Have no further contact with Susan Ward. Stay away from the 3409 Bachelor Street location. Your Honor, we wanted to make sure that that he completes the conditions, stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
We do so stipulate.
All right. Mr. Santana, is it Arce? Do you wish to plead guilty today?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions after I swear you in. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
All right, put your hand down for me. And you need to speak a little louder so we can record your responses, all right?
All right.
Are you presently under the influence of any medication, unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol at this time that would impair your understanding?
No.
And are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
And do you understand that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
And has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence just for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case, that those may be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes.
As to the charge of loitering and prowling, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea.
Judge,
Yes.
by my calculations, he had 66 days in, so it should be a probated sentence. I'd ask, given that he is unemployed and has no immediate prospects, if the court could waive the first month of supervision fees and allow it to the case to terminate as soon as he finishes the MHET. Miss Evans' battle, I did want to relate that address was in East Point. So,
Okay.
Mr. Santana, that is an East Point address. That was a residential home, so stay clear of that street. Probably stay away from that 2-mile radius, given the circumstances, Judge. But otherwise, Judge, we'd ask that we allow the plea.
And the state normally may not have objected. In this particular case, it was a more egregious case, which is why we've asked for additional time and asked that he remain under supervision. If the court's so inclined, the state could agree to the non-reporting, but not that the matter be terminated at the end.
Judge,
Okay.
we would, if that's the court's determination, we can accept that.
Okay, I would waive 1 month of probation fees, and he can go non-reporting after he's completed the terms of the MHEG, and but to have the full 12 months. All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
Oh, that's okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Murphy.
Ms. Lewis, I'll have the paperwork to you within the hour.
No problem. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
I guess we got number 4, Mr. Brown, Elliot Brown.
All right. This is 26 CR 004932G Elliot Brown. Charged with 1 count of criminal trespass. It's a plea.
It is, Judge.
State.
Yes, Your Honor. In this particular case, we're asking for 12 months served, 30 days, credit for time served, balance suspended, comply with any Georgia Tech suspensions that are already in place, stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
We do stipulate for the purposes of plea, Judge, nothing further.
Okay. Mr. Brown,
Yes, ma'am.
understand that you wish to plead guilty today. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions and make sure you understand your plea. All right. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would hinder your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer? And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yep.
Okay. And has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence just for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty? And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation or immigration status could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yep.
So as to the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Yes.
All right. All right. Well, accept your guilty plea. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Next is position 43. No, I'm sorry. Position 42, Mr. Shane Salmon.
Okay. All right. What are we doing with this case?
Yes, Your Honor, we would like to be heard on bond in this case.
Okay. This is 26 CR 004906B, Shane Salmon. Pretrial.
One moment, please. This defendant has one cycle out of Florida from 2025, which was a conviction for burglary and petty theft, and 9 cycles out of Georgia. A 2018 financial transaction card fraud conviction, a 2018 Insurance auto conviction, and nothing further to add.
All right.
Okay. Yes, Your Honor. This happened July the 22nd of 2026, where the officers were working a job at Lenox Mall at 3393 Peachtree Road Northeast in Fulton County. It appeared that they were notified by a person who was also another officer that inside of the front door, he observed a wanted individual who was wanted for multiple larcenies from automobiles in Fulton County. The individual was identified as Mr. Salmon. They observed him walking in the mall southbound, and then he made contact with the officers and started to walk faster. The officer called for him to stop and speak to him. He continued running northbound in the mall. They gave chase, advising him to stop. He was located, one of the officers were located outside during the occurrence, and as he was searching for him in the parking lot, he saw him again, having been assigned to a previous case, and gave chase again across Peachtree Road to the Whitney Hotel. He stopped running and was detained later than without incident. He had in his possession a Cartier watch with a brown band and a gold chain and 2 iPhones. And he was charged with the obstruction of pedestrian roadway and transported to jail. So his bond is currently set at, what I was trying to do. $1,000 surety on each count of obstruction and 1,000 on the pedestrian and the roadway. And he was on Judge Law's expedited calendar.
And you said it's 2,000 on each of the obstructions?
It's 1,000 on each, so it's a total of $3,000 surety.
Okay. All right. All right, PD Ponder.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Stalman has been in custody for about 16 days. He also has another matter of more serious matter that he is also being held on. He has his family here, but right now with this amount, it's difficult for him to post the bond in this amount. We would ask for a reduction if the court is not inclined to allow a signature bond. Again, due to his status, how long he's been in, and the support that he has from his family here, we don't think he's a flight risk, so we would ask for the bond to be considered in this case.
But he has all those open entering and auto cases. And the bond, he has, what is it? I have here, he has a total bond of $95,000 because of the felony cases. And that was, I guess he got a 10% on those cases.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm inclined to leave this one at the 3,000 surety, 1,000 on each. Excuse me. I'll leave the bond the same, $3,000 surety, 1,000 on each. Same conditions. With the stay away, no drugs, alcohol, weapons, or guns while on bond. That's it.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, next we got number 9 and 10, Mr. Clems.
Can I ask Mr. Ponder what he's gonna do with his case? Are we waiving it since the bond was denied? I'm just asking.
Were you able to hear the litigation manager, PD Ponder?
Yes, Your Honor. Yeah, I didn't ask what he would want to do. Yeah, we'll just go not guilty. Is
Okay.
that okay with you, Mr. Salvin?
What'd you say, sir?
Would you want to go ahead and set it for trial, plead not guilty?
Will I get another court date?
Yeah, you'll get another court date, or we could come back. I don't know, maybe in a week or two to try to.
Yeah, can we come back in another week or two and tell us all this situation?
Right. Okay. All right. Yeah, we would want to maybe reset it to come back in maybe 2 or a week or 2 weeks to be safe.
We set it for 2 weeks out?
That's possible. Yes.
Okay, so that will be 1, 2,
Oh,
August
okay.
27th.
Do we do 1 week? I'm sorry.
1 week, also be August the 13th.
I would set it out a little further than a week.
Further
He
down.
has a hearing on his other case on the 14th, and there may be a little
Okay.
more clarity. So
So August the 20th will
Yes,
be
that-
more sufficient.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you for that clarification.
Mhm. All right, who do we have next?
9 and 10, Mr. Clems.
And is this gonna be a plea or,
This is still a plea, Judge.
okay?
Wait a minute.
This is 24
Oh,
CR 008195A, Cedric Clems. And then on position 10 is the FTA ending in 1418. State?
Yes, Your Honor. It's to count 1, 12 months or 60 days. Credit for time served, balance suspended. As to count 2, 12 months or 60 days. Credit for time served, balance probated. Restitution in the amount of $1,327.14 to Best Rates Cashing. No, I have to get the location, the stay away location for the check cashing center. That he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. The state would move to null pros the FTA.
Judge,
right.
we do stipulate for the purposes of the plea, we'd ask to waive at least 2 months of probation fees. I mean, $1,300 in restitution so that he can apply that to the restitution, and then ask that his probation terminate once he completes all of the conditions.
All right, I will waive 2 months of probation fees. And can he go non-reporting once he's completed everything?
The state's not opposed in either instance.
Okay.
The location is 4881 Old National Highway in College Park.
All right. And Mr. Clems, I understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand for me so I can swear you in first. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm going to ask you a series of questions and make sure you understand your plea, okay?
Okay.
Right. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
You can put your hand down for me. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence just for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
And has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case, those could be affected by a guilty plea here today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
As to the charge of 2 counts of forgery in the 4th degree, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. We'll accept your guilty plea and you understand your conditions, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
I will go on 13 through 15, Mr. Easton.
And Your Honor, this is a motion to modify bond.
Okay. I have Decision 14, which is 26 CR 003322A. Mr. Eason's charged with 1 count of disorderly conduct. In position 15, 26 CR 004656A, charged with 1 count of criminal trespass.
Yes, Your Honor, and just for the purposes of bond, Mr. Eason is currently being held on a $75 cash bond for position 15, the criminal trespass.
Okay. And then what about 14? Anything?
No, Your Honor, he's not being held on position 13 or 14. He's being held on position 15 currently.
Oh, so that's the only one. And I'm sorry, I failed to read 13, which is 26 CR 002113A, Lauder and Prowley. So you only want to hear or discuss position 15, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right.
Yes, Your Honor. This was a bind over case, so he came there. Okay. Trying to see where it is. What happened? This happened at screen just went out. 293 Thompson Street. And the officers were called in reference to a person sleeping on the bench. They arrived and he was surrounded by several miscellaneous belongings, sleeping on a sidewalk bench. The officer verified that he was in fact asleep, and he recognized him because he had seen him before and had previously issued him warnings for Alpharetta City ordinance in reference to camping and improper use of property by him and another officer. He indicated that he knew that he had been arrested as a result of that on a prior occasion and had been warned for urban camping. He placed him under arrest and search institute to arrest. Everything was checked out and there were no issues with the arrest, and he was taken to jail at that time. His history, I have to go to a different screen unless pretrial has it available.
Yes, he has 4 cycles and a first offender from 2024 for criminal attempt to commit a felony. I do believe that first offender has been deferred. And nothing further.
All right.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yeah.
Your Honor, Mr. Eason, again, is currently being held on a $75 cash bond. We're asking for a reduction to a signature bond. He's currently being held because he was accused of sleeping on a bench. He is not violent, and he would return to court at a later date. I'm currently in the process of getting Mr. Eason connected with PAD, the pretrial diversion program in Atlanta, where I've had success in the past with previous clients dealing with extreme poverty, like Mr. Eason, with getting them resources and helping them with transportation. Your Honor, in regards to the law, once bail has been determined, once giving out bail has been determined, the court shall consider as soon as possible the accused financial circumstances, including their financial resources and assets, financial obligations, the purpose of bail, and any other factors deemed appropriate. In regards to Mr. Eason, he has very limited financial means. He cannot afford the bond as currently set. He would not want to be put in a position where he is forced to plead to charges that he does not believe he should have to plead to just for the sake of not being held in custody. So we are asking that you grant him a signature bond so he has the opportunity to challenge these allegations outside of custody. He has been in custody for about 29 days now, Your Honor. Almost 30 days he's been in. So for those reasons, Your Honor, just because of the amount of time he's been in, 29 days, he's not in for anything violent. We are asking that you reduce his bond to a signature bond.
And just briefly, if the court has on its calendar 3 cases for Mr. Eason. He was released in April 3rd of 2026 on his loitering that occurred in March of 2026 on a cash bond of $5. He came back and on June the 16th of 2026, he was released on a cash bond. There was a $50 cash bond. And so we're back here again. So his being, just for the purposes of bond, the court does consider whether or not he will, in reference to the community violations and repeatedly disobedience of the orders, the court's orders, because part of the court's order is that he not commit any new offenses.
If I may respond, Your Honor, we live in a system where it's innocent until proven guilty. So we don't know, just because he's been arrested for these crimes does not necessarily mean he's committed them. So in regards to those 2 other charges, he has not been convicted of those 2 other charges. Those are still accusations. From what I can see, it looks like the stay away are in different locations. So I don't think it's a situation where he's returning to the same location. So again, right now he's on bond for being accused of sleeping on a bench. So we would ask that his bond be reduced to a signature bond.
I'm going to leave it at the $75 cash right now. I'm not, don't see the reasoning of reducing it to a signature bond right now. So I'm going to deny that request, PD.
Can we reset his case for the the next SAP calendar? I'm assuming it'll be next Tuesday,
Yeah, it'll be on the 13th.
the 13th. Okay.
All his cases reset to the 13th.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
And that actually concludes my business, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, you may. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next we got position number 16, Ms. Farley.
Okay.
Farley.
This is 26 CR 004944G. Is this a plea or no?
This is a negotiated plea, Your Honor.
All right. Charge of 1 count of criminal trespass, state.
Yes, Your Honor. In this case, we're asking for 12 months served, 60 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete the law and decision-making course, stay away from McDonald's located at 3201 Camp Creek Parkway in Atlanta, stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. Thank you.
Your Honor, we do so stipulate for the purposes of the plea. That was our understanding of the plea deal. His credit for time served is 15 days as of today, so we do understand that gives him, if math is correct, about another 15 days to serve.
All right. Mr. Farley, I understand you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct? I'm
So-
sorry.
Sir, no?
All right. Can you Sit up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to swear you in. So raise your right hand for me. Okay. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. You can put your hand down. I'm going to ask you a series of questions to make sure you understand your plea. Okay.
Trying to
All
be-
right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would hinder your understanding right now?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
And has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence just for pleading guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that just to plead guilty that they would give you a lesser sentence? They've
Yes.
not told you that, right?
No, ma'am.
Yeah, so it's a confusing question when they have a plea deal on the table, Your Honor.
I know it and it's in the plea
I understand.
litany language. I'll have to think of some more synonyms, I believe.
If I can explain it to them just out loud on the record.
Right. And has
Okay.
anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
Has anyone promised you anything or bribed you in order to plead guilty?
Not really.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'll use those words, PD Judd. All right. And let me make sure also that if you're on probation or you have an immigration status case, that you understand they could be affected by a guilty plea today. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so how do you plead to the criminal trespass charge?
Stay away from the White House. Stay away from McDonald's. Well, my probation.
Oh, you didn't have to repeat the terms. Do you plead guilty or not guilty to it?
So you either have to say the words guilty or not.
Guilty.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. All right.
It's on the front row for me.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Styles is next.
Which one? I'm sorry, Deputy.
Mr. Townsend.
Okay.
I still didn't hear.
I think you said 4.
54.
54.
Oh, 50.
You okay?
All right. This is 26 CR 004953E Anthony Townsend.
Yes, Your Honor. This is going to be a negotiated plea.
All right.
Yes, Your Honor, 12 months served, 14 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete 12 anger management courses and an MHET. No further contact with Eric Mason and stay away from the 890 Cleveland Avenue Chevron gas station location. Stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
Your Honor, we do so stipulate for the purposes of the plea. That was our understanding of the plea deal. My assessment has him as having served 77 days as of today. So we are asking that once he finishes the conditions of probation, that his probation term.
77. Has he been serving it on something else?
Yes.
Well, we're asking for credit on the time that he served on this case.
OCGA 17-10-11 does give a defendant all credit for time they've served since their arrest on the incident, regardless of the reason for their arrest.
On this incident,
No, since the arrest of the incident, any arrest for any reason. Since the So all 77 days those count according to
I just sent someone that statute. I'm looking for it.
Yeah, Mr. Davis, I can have it. I'm gonna get my paper.
Okay, it doesn't fall within the exception, so.
All right. And so what are we doing?
Your Honor, he's going through with the plea deal. I just because he has served 77 days and the law does give him that credit for this, we're asking that his probation be allowed to terminate upon completion of conditions.
All right. All right. And we will do that. And again, Mr. Townsend, understand that you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. First question being, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would hinder your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
And are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up or waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you are giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
And has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation or have an immigration status case, those could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And so as to the charge of simple battery, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. Thank you so much. Good luck to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right.
And I'm not sure if maybe I just missed it. Is Your Honor allowing his probation to terminate upon completion?
Yes, it will terminate. Yes.
All right, we got 33, 34, Mr. Miles.
Thank you. This is 26 CR 003702H, Daniel Miles, and 26 CR 004951H, Daniel Miles, criminal trespass and certain acts on a bus or rail, and then a second count of criminal trespass in position 34. All right, and these are going to be pleas. Did Ponder?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, state.
Yes, Your Honor, as to position 33, it's 12 months served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete 40 hours of community service. As to count 2 is 12 months, pay a fine in the amount of $25. As to position 34, it's 12 months served, 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, complete the law and decision making. And it appears to be an additional, let's see, did she do an additional 40 hours? Nope, just 40 hours. That the cases will run concurrent for a 12-month plea. Stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea.
All right.
Of the plea.
But what was that, PD Ponder?
If you do stipulate for purposes of the plea, I did have a few clarifying questions. I think I heard you said concurrent for the community service and the 12 months.
Yes,
Okay, and was there also concurrent on the, oh no, but it says total 30 days, correct?
correct.
Okay. And the credit for the time I have that he's served about 2 weeks, 13, 14 days.
Okay, what was that?
I have 13 days. You know,
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hold on a second. All right. Where were we? All right, where were we?
yes, I'm not sure if I'm
Position Daniel
30,
Miles.
yes, 33 and 34.
Is this going to be a plea? Are we
We've all
agreeing
the
on the
op-
terms?
Yes.
All right. Mr. Miles, I understand you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct? Can't hear you.
Yes.
All right, raise your right hand so I can swear you in. You affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, speak a little louder so we can make sure we can hear you, okay? All right. And you can put your hand down. I'm going to ask you a series of questions and make sure you understand your plea. First question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol that would impair your understanding at this time?
No.
All right. Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yeah.
And do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yeah.
And do you understand that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yeah.
Do you understand that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you will receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No.
And you do understand that if you're currently on probation or you have an immigration status case, they could be affected by a guilty plea today?
Yeah.
All right. And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yeah.
And for the 2 cases with 2 counts of criminal trespass, how do you plead to those?
Yeah.
And as to the charge of certain acts on a bus or rail, how do you plead to that?
Guilty.
All right, I will accept your guilty plea. Thank you so much.
All right, next we got position number 38, Mr. Newton from Roll.
Okay. And is this going to be a plea or not?
Yeah, this is a not guilty plea.
Not guilty plea?
That's correct.
All right. And you're waiving?
That's correct.
Okay. All right.
What position number is this?
38, Newton, Joseph Newton.
They want you to serve
All right, that's it.
That's it. Thank you.
39.
Ray Patton, come on.
All right, this is position 26 CR 004919Y, Shaheed Patton. And what are we gonna do with this case?
Oh, yes, John, this is the plea.
This is a plea? Okay. State?
Yes, that's the count 1, 12 months probation, served 30 days, credit for time served, balance probated, completed anti-theft course, and 40 hours of community service.
All right.
As the count 2, it's 12 months probation, complete the Operation 21, and 40 hours of community service, stay away from 196 Montgomery Drive. I was looking at it strange because I didn't know why we would ask for an anti-theft course, and I'll actually remove that from the recommendation. So it would be altogether 12 months served, 30 days, credit for time served, complete 40 hours of community service, and the Operation 21 law and decision-making course.
Okay. All right.
You need to do 1 set of 40 hours community service?
Yes,
Or 2?
1 for the
Okay.
12 months. It'll run, the counts will run concurrent, so.
All right. Petey Ponder.
Yes, we stipulating for the purposes of the plea. That is my understanding of the
Okay. All right. Mr. Patton, I understand you wish to plead guilty. Is that correct?
No, that's correct.
All right, raise your right hand so I can swear you in. Do you affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury? All right, put your hand down for me. I'm going to ask you a series of questions. Make sure you understand your plea, okay? So you have to answer loud and clear, all right? All right, first question is, are you presently under the influence of any unprescribed medication, drugs, or alcohol, excuse me, that would impair your understanding at this time?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
That's correct.
You're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself? That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked or affected by this guilty plea?
Yes, ma'am.
And if you have an immigration status case, it could be affected by the guilty plea today.
Yes, ma'am.
And do you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charges against you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And as to the charge of willful obstruction, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of criminal trespass, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right, next we have 41, Mr. Rivero Machado.
And is this going to be a plea?
Yes, now this is a not guilty plea. We'll waive.
All right. All right. That's fine.
All right, 44, 45, Mr. Shoemaker.
Are those going to be pleas, P.D. Ponder?
This also is a not guilty plea.
Not guilty? All right. And that's on Bartrell Shoemaker. Not guilty. 26 CR 00338 and 947C. All right.
Okay. Nothing, I looked at the wrong case. Thank you.
Okay. All right.
There's a question. He wanted to make sure that he was still out on bond on this case. I think he's only been held for another matter. I don't know if that shows when you
What position?
44, 45.
okay. Never mind. We cleared it up. We got the answer. Thank you.
And it's 47, 48, Mr. Stanley.
All right. Jarek Stanley. What are we doing there?
We would like to be heard on bond and also this is not guilty.
All right. This is 26 CR 0000226F. Charge of one count of criminal trespass. And then the FTA ending in 1424, position 48. Pre-trial?
Judge, did you say 44? I had to switch speakers.
47, 48, Jarek Stanley.
Okay. He appears to have one cycle, which was from January of this year, one prior cycle, January of this year, out of DeKalb County for battery family violence. That case appears to be open. And nothing further to add.
All right. Okay.
He is currently, he has a prior, criminal trespass from January of 2026. Wait a minute, that must be this case. But he also has, 4 counts of battery family violence. He was released on that case in June. And that is 26 CR 003542. And I don't know what the other, let's see. I have to go to a different screen to find that. That is CR 000226F. I'm sorry. He has that case that's still pending. So in this particular case, we have the facts as he was at the property of 2900 Laurel Ridge Way in East Point on January the 8th of 2026. An certain apartment there. The victim in the case is Jade Torres. They were in a dispute. He was her roommate, along with a person by the name of Liza White. It appeared that the Stanley and Miss White were upset due to her responding to answering the door when they came into the home. And she was sleeping. Apparently they were trying to get in the house and she was sleeping and she took too long to come to the door. And they indicated that they were frustrated by the fact that, they contribute to the household and the way that she treats them. She indicated that Ms. White approached her in an aggressive manner and stated that she shouldn't talk to her man like that. Ms. Torres says she attempted to get Ms. White out of her face, and she stepped back and swung and missed. Ms. White swung and missed and did not make contact with her at that time. There was another person, a Miss Smith, who was present at the time of the incident and said that Mr. White began shouting. I think it's Miss White began shouting and threatening to punch Torres, and advised that Mr. Stanley stepped back and punched a hole in the wall on the kitchen island, and that he wasn't present at the time that the officer was there to speak with him about what happened. They did advise of of some other situations going on with him, and that they tried to separate him from Miss Torres at the time, and he was just raging and out of control. This current bond is set at $1 cash bond. That's all, Judge, I have.
All right. All right. Dee Bond.
Your Honor, Mr. Stanley is only holding on the FTA, which is $1,000 good.
It is what now?
1,000 good.
Okay,
So he's now holding on the criminal trespass.
all right. What would you like to do, PD Ponder? What would you like to say?
Yes, Your Honor, now I was understanding that he has been held on the FTA. Primarily, we would ask for, a signature bond there, or apparently because the FTA occurred, between the time of him receiving the court date, he became homeless. He now has a mailing address, but it was different from the one that, I guess the court had on file at the time he sent the notice. That was the reason he had missed the court date. He would like to be released to, prepare a defense in the case, Your Honor. Again, with it being just the FTA that's primarily holding him west for finished bond in that matter, leaving the bond, the same for the, underlying case.
State, what do you say to that?
You don't believe he's a flight, I don't think there were any mention of any other FTA other than this one, but prior to, no FTA. He's a lifelong resident here in Georgia. Graduated, has 3 newborns, so 3 kids under the age of 30. And he also has a job working for Duracell. He is gainfully employed.
He doesn't have any FTAs that I can see. And so normally the court would allow a one-time set aside. So
Mm-hmm. All right, so we'll do that with his position 48 with the FTA.
Your Honor, there is no FTA. Once he was arrested on it's closed, so either you're gonna keep his bond the same or you're gonna give him a new bond to be released. There's nothing to set aside. He was released on the FTA.
And
So-
so what is the
So
bond? The dollar cash on 47? Is
Yeah.
that what we're saying?
1,000 on the FTA.
Or
It's not-
1,000 on the FTA?
He dismissed, I think that'll probably be a more appropriate measure for the purpose of what we're trying to accomplish.
What did you say, PD Ponder? Can't hear you.
The dismissal of the FTA would probably be a more appropriate measure for what it is we're trying to accomplish.
The FTA is closed. He has been arrested on it. I mean, she can dismiss it. That's fine. That's what she wants to do. But when she says set aside, there's nothing to set aside because it's already closed. Now she can do a dismissal. I mean, an offer.
Right, and that's what's.
I'll do that as criminal trespass. I'll do that.
Okay,
I'll do that.
all right, so
It's for-
no cross on that.
Yeah, and he's already met the cash bond,
Okay.
correct? That's what
I'm
you're saying, Miss-
assuming.
yes. Because he missed the court date, so he must have made it already. All right,
Mhm.
then.
That's right. He posted the cash bond back on November the 11th of 2026, the original charge. And then he missed court, and like Ms. Young was saying, he's got picked up on the FTA, which is $1,000 surety. So if you knock across the FTA, that will release him from jail, but he'll still be out on the cash bond
Okay, I'll do that.
for the criminal trespass case.
All right, then.
Okay. All right. And that's it, PD Ponder. We can move on.
No. Is that, he needs to update his address, a new address?
Yeah, does he have one?
Yes, he does.
I mean, what he's booked in is underneath Lithonia, Georgia. Lithonia, Georgia, is that with apartment 25101? Live
No,
on the street, CHUPPR?
No, it's a different address to have.
Okay, well, he needs to update it. You need to either send it over to the clerk's office, or when he's releasing, he needs to come down to the clerk's office with proper ID to update his address. If not, it's gonna go, this notice is gonna go to that address.
Right, okay, thanks.
Mhm.
All right, anything else? We need to move along.
No, that's all.
All right, thank you.
All right, we're going to number 50, Mr. Taylor.
Okay,
This is a plea, Your Honor.
all right. This is 26 CR 004927G, Quinn Taylor.
I'm sorry, what's the name again?
Taylor. Number 50.
Okay. Right, are you ready, Judge?
Yes.
As to count 1, 12 months served, 16 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Stay away from 963 Ponce de Leon. Complete 40 hours of community service. Have no further contact with Blake Etheridge. As to count to 12 months served, 16 days, credit for time served, balance probated. Complete the Operation 21 law and decision making. We ask that he stipulate to identity, venue, and a factual basis for the plea. Thank you.
So stipulated for the purposes of the plea,
All right.
and that is my understanding of the
All right, Mr. Quinn. I'm sorry, Mr. Taylor. I understand that you wish. How do you plead?
use.
There's to the charge of giving false information to law enforcement officer. How do you plead?
Use.
All right, I'll accept your guilty plea to both.
Thank you.
32 is Travell McCray. What are we doing with this case? We're
Well,
coming
Judge-
back to that one.
Yes. I don't know if I think there's other people in the courtroom. Is that the other person? Are they finished?
Yeah.
And probably stop the live streaming, maybe. I don't